welcome to the CPSA How to Hit series, sponsored by Browning and filmed here at Southdown Gun Club and Shooting School in the heart of the South Downs in West Sussex. In this episode, I'm going to introduce you to the discipline of Sportrap. This is a natural continuation of the episodes that we've done previously, from singles to on-report pairs to simultaneous pairs, all of which get used in the Sportrap sequence. Sportrap is becoming an increasingly popular discipline. It doesn't take a lot of space to set it up. A skeet layout is more than adequate, but often they run concurrently with a sporting competition, and they're getting more and more popular with shooters. Now, Sportrap doesn't want to be confused with compact. Compact is very similar, but that's international rather than domestic discipline as Sportrap is. Now, behind me here is a typical Sportrap layout. Now I'm going to go to the first peg and describe it, working through from A to E. Sportrap is shot in squads of up to 5. The 5 stands here are labelled A to E, 1 man per stand. Out in front of me there are 5 traps labelled A to E, from left to right. The one thing I don't know is what clay is in that trap. Unlike sporting, where I might have a stand which says standard or import MIDI, I've got to find out when I see the targets what's the clay that's getting sent. Also in front of me is a menu. This tells me which target I'm going to get next when I call. The sequence we use in Sportrap is everybody has the guns over the bar facing forward, and the referee will call line ready. Everybody loads and number 1 calls for his target. Now on the menus you will see the top row is a single letter. This is 1 target, full use of the gun. The second row is on report targets. The third row, simultaneous pair. The sequence goes A shoots a single target, B, C, D, E. They've all shot theirs. My turn again on here. I shoot the on report pairs. When E shot his on report pair, it comes back to this peg. I shoot simultaneous pair. When it gets to stand E and he shot a simultaneous pair, the referee calls unload and change, and everybody moves 1 to the right. 5 coming round to 1. Now, on safety is very important. The guns are unloaded before you move, especially from 5 to 1. When everybody's in position, the referee will call line ready, and again, me, who started, will start with letter B. The same thing happens. We go through the entire sequence until number 5, who's over here. They shot a simultaneous pair. The referee again calls change and unload. Unload and change. You move 1 to the right. This goes on till everybody's shot, all targets and all 5 stands. At that point, the referee will call unload and check your scores. As a matter of course and manners, it's best not to leave your stand until the referee has called unload and change or unload and check your scores. You don't want to be the shooter that distracts the next shooter who's taking their turn. When the squad's in the stand and before the first shooter in stand A calls for his first target, the referee will show the squad the targets. The beauty of Sportrap is there's a menu in front of you and you get to know what's coming next. So the secret of Sportrap is use your menu and the rest of the squad's targets to work out where you're going to shoot it, where you're going to hold the gun, where you're going to see it, and on sim pairs, which order you're going to shoot. Target A is a Blaze standard chandelle, left to right. Pull. I'm going to shoot this at its peak, which is left of the Browning sign on top of the hill there. I'm going to use a classic method shot. Mount the gun where I'm going to break it, wind back down to where I'm going to hold the gun, which is above the two posts on the top of the hill, spread wide apart, and my visual pickup point is above target B trap. Call pull, focus on the target, lock onto it with the gun, pull ahead and shoot and keep the gun swinging. Shooting the target at its peak. Target B is a midi going left to right, but it's getting pushed further out with the brisk winds we've got today. Pull. Now I want to shoot this target roughly between the two trees on the flight line, above the two trees on the top of the hill there. That means I've got line, and it's before it starts to curl away into the opposite field. I'm going to hold the gun directly in front of me, because I can see it above the two double sets of posts on the hillside there. Again, this will be another method shot. I mount the gun where I'm going to break it, wind back down the flight line to where I'm going to hold it, eyes back to the visual pickup point, cold pull, focus on the clay, lock on, pull ahead and shoot, keep the gun moving in a real smooth swing. Target C is a blaze standard going out from me but rising quite quickly. Pull. Ideally I want to shoot this at its peak, so I'm going to hold the gun quite high on this flight line, look up beyond the barrels, cold pull, let the clay come up beyond the barrels and just take the gun to it and shoot at it. Go very careful, I only take the gun to it and don't go over, thus resulting in a miss over the top. Very short, small, economical movement. Target D is a Batu getting thrown from right to left. Pull. Ideally want to shoot that at its peak, which is above the two trees at the top of the hill there. But as with all Batus, if set correctly, they're a very difficult target to see because being so thin, they come off sideways, turn and then start to drop. Added to light conditions, this does make a very difficult target to pick up. As for any target, I want to line my feet up to where I'm going to shoot it, turn my eyes back to where I'm seeing it, which on this particular target is roughly halfway along its flight line. I want my gun held a bit further out from there, give me a chance to focus on it before I lock on with the gun. Then again, it's a classic method shot, lock on, pull ahead, shoot and keep the gun swinging. I've only got a small window here of opportunity, but one thing I've got to note is the target is rising. It's not, although it's coming right to left, it is rising until it starts to drop. So I've got to allow or make sure I follow that line before pulling ahead and shooting. Target E is a black standard going from right to left. Pull. You see that target, it rises under power, starts to lose power, curl away and then drop. Ideally, I want to get that target shot on its flight line whilst it's still under power before it starts to curl, drop and fall away. The break point for this target will be, again, above the trees in the distance. I see the target above trap D on the bank there. Hold my gun further out and again, another method shot, lock on, pull ahead, shoot and keep the gun moving. I hope you've enjoyed today's introduction to Sportrap. In the next episode, I'll be showing you how to put the pairs together on each stand.